one of the reasons that I'm passionate about public art is because of that public component into the arts. And when you think about how churches, governments, products have all used the arts to get across a message. It can be a message, it can be marketing, it can be about a cultural issue, or it can be about how we treat our environment. And I think that that's what's special about this project. There is nothing more important than what we know about taking care of our planet, all of our resources, and how we use them. So the marriage of public art and the environment and what happens in our water systems, that's a perfect marriage, because we give people a visual with the paintings around the inlets and a message. There's a message there, and then they can take that with them wherever they go, and hopefully it will implant that more into their heads, because they do have a visual, and it's not just an abstract idea of where that water's going and why I shouldn't put bad things down into the sewer.
I think art is important for communicating civil engagement, because art is communication. You know, when you're making an art piece, you're trying to hopefully communicate something to the viewer. And you know, when you're talking about communications, you can make a sign, you can make a commercial, but a piece of art is just another way to do that. And so we get the fun job of spreading this kind of public service announcement whilst also making a neat art piece that people will, you know, pass by and hopefully will help beautify the area a bit.
I am an animal lover, and so that's a big part of it for me. I actually have a pet turtle myself, and so sometimes, like when I go out to a pond or something, I see the water and I think, how are they living in that when there's all this trash in there and the water's so dirty? So to me, I think about the animals a lot, and that's what motivates me to try to, you know, make sure we're recycling and, you know, not littering and stuff like that. I think it's really cool to be able to use art to get people's attention, and then through that to be able to talk about different things that are going on that maybe they didn't know about, like maybe they didn't know where the water goes and everything.
I think it's a really good program. I think people are curious and engaged because it's something different. You don't usually see murals around storm drains. And I think it helps them to connect that they're part of the system and that it matters where the water goes.
You know, it helps educate people as to, you know, what they can do, like steps they can take to take care of their environment, take care of their drinking water. So I'm all for, you know, educating people about ways to do that they can actually make an impact.
The goal of art, I think, in a lot of ways is just to inspire others, whether it be towards civil engagement or towards peace, or, you know, whatever your message is. You know, I'm not Buddhist, but there's this Buddhist saying that only you can enlighten yourself, basically. No one can enlighten another. And I think that's what the process of inspiration does, is it's one thing for someone to tell you, you know, sit you down and say, hey, only rain can go down this drain. But it's another thing for you to see it and then like be inspired to adopt that for yourself, make it your thing, because you know, you like the message or you like the art or whatever the case may be. Once it becomes yours, you're more likely to follow through with, you know, cleaning this place up or you know, whatever the message is.
Well, I think a lot of people can relate to art that don't necessarily even consider civil issues or social issues or how they fit into a social setting. We all have a civil right, but nobody really thinks about that. And I think they can relate to art, so if you can tie the two together, it helps it helps bring people around to issues they wouldn't really think about. I think our community needs to be prettier, and if we can bring a message with it, then even better.
I think what's great about public art is that, it's viewable by everyone, and it's interacting, with people can interact with it directly, and it's getting the message across, in a very obvious way, by directing their attention to the drain, the stormwater drains, and so it's I think it's good to, add a little beauty, but also a little awareness about, not polluting our stormwater.